them take no more of our freedoms from us every day. They want to come into our homes and take our guns and faith away. Oh, they're insane. Oh, they keep pushing their lies on us every way. If you come for my family, then there's gonna be hell to pay. These colors don't run, and neither do I. We come from a long line of fighting this fight. This flag's gonna fly when it's all said and done. These colors don't run. No, these colors don't run. These colors don't run.
Ticking time bomb, stop, drop, roll. Finger on the button, who's got control? Weaponize the news every time I scroll. Come from my guns, but I lock and load. Prime from my hands when I go cold. Pray to the Lord, but they want your soul. They gonna have problems if they come to my home. Till they get my message, I'ma say it slow. Scrolling through the news, anxiety, it starts to hit me. Bible by my pistol by my whiskey. Politicking just to trick me. If you want it, come and get me. But if you sliding through that door, it's a Sammy. Fight for the stripes, but the blood still dripping to the grave, all waving and the flag still whipping. They want my liberty, they won't strip it. They want my land, they won't get it. My grandfather's blue collar's dirty and frayed, cause he keeps rolling in his grave for what they did to this place.
These colors don't run, and neither do I. We come from a long line of fighting this fight. This flag's gonna fly when it's all said and done. These colors don't run. No, these colors don't run. These colors don't.
Hey everyone, good to see each and every one of you. Before we start, I'm going to go over our prayer list because we need to keep Bitbot and Cindy and several of y'all in our prayers because of the tornado warnings, the storms, everything passing through up the upper part, the city slickers. So just keep each and every one of them in your prayer. I don't know, Gator Girl. Could be weather related. There's some storms crossing the top up there. I don't know, but it's all good. Please keep Betty, Steve, and Aaron in your prayers. I haven't heard anything today from Betty, but praying everything went well with Aaron. Pray for Dee's surgery on the 30th and Goldie's pending surgery and Dee's dad. Remember Teacup and Darlene and both of their families. Remember Bonnie and both Cindy's. Remember Santa, because he's going to be doing some traveling. And remember Jared and Julius for recovery and healing. Remember our baby brother Christopher, May the 6th. Keep him in your prayers. And remember Carrie, his health, Gator Girl, for the move-in date to be moved up so she can have her own place, and Tina B, because you know, when you lose somebody that you love and expect to spend the rest of your life with, it's hard. And if you wouldn't mind, just a little prayer for my dad. So, and always keep each and every one of our chat family in your prayers, because we just don't know sometimes. Some of us don't say, some of us keeps it. Oh, mercy. But please keep our families that are in the weather, please keep them in your prayers. Alrighty. Let me see what to start with. I guess I could start with gut feel. This one says it all right here. You know how he speaks his mind. He don't care if you like it or not. He's gonna say it. So here's one that I have had for a couple of days, but I keep running out of time. So here he is.
But it's true, as the walls close in, cornered animals are often the most dangerous. I know this from shooting invasive feral hogs from my helicopter, which explains why Joy Behar now wears orange. Because wokeism is like any cult. They only increase the awfulness when they feel threatened. That's why Jim Jones led to mass suicide, and why Nirvana led to the Foo Fighters. Thank you. Fact is, as sane people leave, the leftovers congeal into something more extreme, like baked on grease. When Pete Hegseth noted that we leave no man behind, MS Now's leftover, Lawrence O'Donnell, had this to say.
The general knows, unlike Pete Hegseth, that could have been a woman they were trying to rescue, and it might be a woman the next time.
Sorry, Larry, but Pete knew for sure the pilot was male, which is more than I could say about my thoughts on Chris Hayes. And trust me, if there's a broad, Hegseth will find her. Now, that's crazy. I wouldn't even have come up with O'Donnell's observation as a joke because it's too on the nose. But that's the thing about wokeness. It's so absurd, no one takes it as real until it becomes a campaign platform. And the lunatics go from eating paste in the arts and crafts room to turning the whole world into their asylum. Right now, there are still equity audits and race-conscious hiring. There are still states pushing gender-affirming care for minors. And you got Dems still pushing for reduced police forces as well as for banning ICE. It's worse up north. Listen to this new acronym one of the Canadian members of parliament dropped recently.
When the budget was released, I was shocked to find out that Prime Minister Carney is cutting $7 billion between Indigenous Services Canada and Crown Indigenous Relations. They provided $0 to deal with the ongoing genocide of MMIW G2SLGBTQIA+.
Oh, Lord. Bless him.
Don't laugh. She might have fallen asleep on her keyboard, woke up, and said, I can use that. But, lady, can you say that again so I can write it down?
MMIW G2SLGBTQIA+.
I knew that sounded familiar. Now I got to change my password to Pornhub.
Oh, God.
So why is that Canadian acronym from that creep so horrible? Because it's front-loaded with people who experience actual suffering, missing or dead girls. But then it's strapped to a train of imposters leeching off their suffering. Stolen valor, but reworked as stolen victimhood.
Oh, God.
It's far worse in schools. Listen to this Canadian professor.
I have worked with 4- and 5-year-olds in schools who have genders that their parents don't want them to have. Parents' rights have suddenly been weaponized against trans and non-binary and two-spirit youth. I want us to get really comfortable with challenging right-wing Christian patriarchy.
Darlene, hold
I
my
want to say
Mountain
things
Dew.
like, you can do work around sexual orientation and gender diversity with children of all ages. And so I want us to think about these conversations in kindergarten.
Of course you do, you sick, fat.
You tell them, Dudfield, I can't.
Repulsive piece of. I'm sorry, censors, but I'm sorry. You know, I'd ask what they're putting in the water in Canada, but clearly it's ice cream. When it should be Thorazine. Let's not forget the hot trend in Canadian healthcare. You've fallen down and you can't get up, don't send an ambulance, they'll send a hearse.
Man.
So far, 76,000
That
Canadians have
thing
chosen
in the
euthanasia as a
classroom with
prescription.
little
And it ain't
kids,
just old
little
people or people with
babies.
terminal illnesses, which is why we got to keep paying
Heck
attention.
no.
What happens up there happens here. Marxism and socialism are still alive and well, but they take on different names and shapes. For every Castro that croaks abroad, a Zoran shows up here. And he can't even fix my printer. This is why you can't let your issues with Trump prevent you from voting in 2026. The reason why Zoran won in New York is because 8 million people stayed home. So if you decide to do the same in 2026, you're handing power over to the people who've only gotten worse. See, woke isn't dead. It just finds a new disguise, and it slipped further into the system, which makes it a lot harder to spot. But the only thing more dangerous than a bad idea is the kind that learns how to hide.
Yep. We have to get out and vote. Just because Trump isn't on the ballot, we have to vote. We have to vote. We have to stop them some way. Voting is the way to do it. Yeah, Cindy said she wasn't going to be here. She would be back, she believed, Sunday. Bitbite is probably watching the weather since everything's going on up that way. The rest, I don't know. They don't check in with me like they used to. I'm going to have to tighten up. I'm going to have to get back. I'm going to have to get my... I'm going to have to get my attitude back. Everybody was checking in with me, but now... maybe one or two. Maybe. I'm going to have to throw a little toddler fit. Okay, let's see. I just pray they're okay. Okay, we got Susan. Remember yesterday you was asking about them scientists that was disappearing and being took out? Well, here's another clip that came, I believe it was this morning on it.
Scientists with access to classified stuff, nuclear material, aerospace, they've all gone missing or turned up dead in the last couple months. Based on what you've been briefed, what do you think missing scientists with access to classified stuff, nuclear material, aerospace, they've all gone missing or turned up dead in the last couple months? Based on what you've been briefed, what do you think is happening here, and do you think that this is connected or totally random?
Well, I hope it's random, but we're going to know in the next week and a half. I just left the meeting on that subject, so pretty serious stuff, but we're going to be hopefully, I don't know, coincidence, if you whatever you want to call it, but some of them were very important people, and we're going to look at it over the next short period.
Is it possible that some foreign adversary is in the United States scooping these people up?
Well, you know, Biden had open borders. It wasn't very hard to get here, but we've gotten many of them out. You know, we've caught many, many people, many very bad people, including thousands of murderers that we've taken out of our country, thousands of drug lords that we've taken out of our country, hundreds of thousands of prisoners that were let into the U.S. that we've taken out of our country. As far as the scientists are concerned, we'll probably have a pretty good answer.
So they're investigating it finally. They got the FBI and people say must be something. They must think something's up too about all of them. Tracy, hope you're feeling good. Well, Tracy, like I tell everyone in chat, sometimes we need to take a little break. And if you have something to do with your family, do it. We'll be here. We'll be here. Me or Gator Girl. We'll be here. One of us. Oh, Tracy. Praying for you. I pray God takes all the stress away. But if anyone ever wants to take a night off, week off, that's okay. Because sometimes we need to step away. So never feel bad if you need a night here and there. Because like I said, we'll be here when you feel like coming. All right. Let me see. Oh, this one y'all probably heard because everybody follows Nick, pretty much, Nick Shirley. But I found this one. And now they're calling it in California the Stop Nick Act. So let's hear what they're trying to do in California. I say let's put a fence up around it in New York and Minnesota. Let all the good people come on over, but leave all the bad people and fence them in.
Continues. You might remember viral videos from Nick Shirley, the independent journalist who helped put a spotlight on fraud nationwide, including California's hospice center fraud. Last week, California Attorney General Rob Bonta took a victory lap, bragging about his state cracking down on massive fraud schemes in Los Angeles.
Operation Skip Trace uncovered and ended a hospice fraud scheme that defrauded Medi-Cal of $267 million. So just to be clear, $250 million. Over. Funds that are paid for by California taxpayers, funds that are meant to provide care to Californians in need. It is unacceptable, it is illegal, and we will not stand for it.
Too little, too late, Mr. Attorney General. Look, we're all for stopping fraud, but at the same time, his wife, Democrat Assemblywoman Mia Bonta, is pushing a bill critics say could make it harder to expose fraud. It's called the Privacy for Immigration Support Service Providers. Critics are calling it, though, the Stop Nick Shirley Act. What would it do? Well, it would let eligible individuals keep their home addresses confidential. It would also ban the sharing of photos or personal information that could lead to any type of harassment or harm online. And it allows victims to seek $4,000 in damages, and it subjects the violators to fines of up to $10,000 or even a year in jail if you are found in violation of the Privacy for Immigration Support Service Providers. Critics say, though, it could complicate the on-the-ground investigations, right as California is already dealing with massive fraud scandals. And a lot of those red flags were brought to light because people actually went out and looked. Fox News' William LaJeunesse visited a California home health center where the credentials of an 87-year-old doctor were used to bill for 29,000 non-existent patients. Fox News Digital uncovered $3.5 billion in taxpayer losses, over 1,900 hospice providers. That's more than 36 states combined. There were 112 of them at one location, one commercial building, and the average stay in hospice was over 3 months. All right, joining us now is independent journalist Nick Shirley. Nick, it's good to see you again. What do you think? Is this the Stop Nick Shirley Act in California?
Yeah, they're trying to make it so citizen journalists or just average Americans who are going about seeing what's happening inside their community. They're trying to scare them from talking about potential fraud taking place inside of these communities. And think about it. They're literally willing to impose a $10,000 fine or imprisonment if you go and seek to find out the truth about a location that could potentially be fraudulent inside your own neighborhood.
Nick, let's just kind of play out that hypothetical. So whether you were in Minnesota, you also went to California, you would go up to the Quality Leering Center, a clearly fake daycare in Minnesota. There's your shirt. Yes, always on. And you would attempt to see if there's any children inside, right? And somebody comes out and talks to you. And now that person who's there possibly committing fraud could file a complaint in California that Nick Shirley is harassing me online, right? That's how it would work in effect. And then you would either see a year in jail or a $10,000 fine?
Correct. That's what it sounds like. And it sucks because inside these states like Minnesota and California, they've been proven to let fraud take place inside these immigrant communities. You had the Somalians in Minnesota and the Armenians in California. And they're trying to protect these people who are committing this fraud. They're stealing millions upon millions of dollars. And it just makes you wonder who their donors are. Who are their donors? Because why would they create this bill to then try and make it harder to expose fraud?
Yeah, that's a great question. Who is funding Mia Bonta's campaigns? Why would she be pushing this bill? Why would she be so threatened by your journalism? Those are actually great questions that we'll do our best to look into. I know you will as well, Nick, because you do great work out there and we encourage you to keep it up. Thank you, Nick.
Yep, they don't want the truth to come to light, but we know how that story plays out. God always brings the truth to light. And they're about to get awakening. Hey, Bitback, good to see you. Love you. Yeah, they're getting ready to get a little bit of truth thrown on them. All right, now we got, guess I'll do this one. Yeah. Here's one from today of Gutfield. He's schooling the leftist media, and he does good on this one. I really like this one.
A lot of people watch this show who are Democrats because this is the best show on television, but they hate watch it. They have to ask themselves, why do those guys on the five know what's going to happen and how it's going to happen, and why do we get everything wrong? And I don't have any special insider information. It's the filter that we use when we're looking at what Trump does. Our filter in this era notes the patterns. This is what Trump does. Not a fascist, not bloodthirsty. He goes for free money on the table, decisively, low risk, high reward, get in, get out. And his actions align perfectly with a movie style outcome. This would make your life so better. Think about when Trump does something, how will it look like a movie? There's always a first act, there's always a second act, there's always a third act. 2016, 2020, 2024. The second act is always when things think like it's going to go bad, but then at the end, boom. I would say tariffs were in the second act.
True, so
we don't know what's going to happen, but I'm betting it's going to turn out pretty well. But you always notice it's just like a movie. Now you look at the other side, these people at home that are watching this and going, God, Greg looks great. It's got to be exhausting to be wrong every day. You recently believed that a female illegal was being held captive by ICE, and it turned out that was a hoax, and you try to forget about it. You can go back a couple of years, the border agents whipping a Haitian immigrant. That turned out to be wrong. I'm jumping all over because there's so many. Trump was going to send troops into Iran. Hegseth was going to be fired any day. I could go on, but I won't. It amazes me with a constant misreading of reality. You might want to question the filter that you're using to look at the world. Nothing personal. It might not even be your fault. But this filter is destroying your perceptive abilities to know what is going to happen next. I am not a military or political genius, but I saw this. Right now, the media, when they're reporting it, are a coping industry. They're designed to produce an anti-reality so that all this great news is really bad news to help each other in the industry cope. The media is now like your worst enabling friend who keeps telling you that you don't have a drug problem and that your fly isn't really down. In this relationship, truth is now being replaced by therapy. In the long term, though, every day you're wrong.
So I like that. He broke it down. The left needs to take their filter off and look at themselves. Get checked. Okay. We got 1 minute. One minute. Longest minute in history. Well. Let me see. Oh. It was pretty warm here today. It was in the mid 80s. I was like, oh, no. Sky didn't like it. Of course, y'all know she don't like sweating. Okay, 3, 2, 1. This is a surprised one. I hope y'all like that one. I'll put that little one together with some pictures I found. I hope y'all liked it. I'm like a gator girl. She don't like doing the same thing over and over, so I mixed it a little bit. Alrighty, I'm going to show this little, it's a minute and a half of headline news while I get the trivia ready. Y'all remember 1 Samuel. I hope y'all remember. So I'm going to do this while I pull up the trivia.
Good evening, I'm Bill Malugin, and this is your Fox News report. The Strait of Hormuz is fully open, but President Trump insists the U.S. blockade of Iranian ports will stay until the war is over. The U.S. and Iran continuing to work towards a deal. European leaders are planning to map out new security measures for the critical oil route. Meanwhile, the 10-day ceasefire between Israel and Lebanon continues to hold. The man accused of killing Charlie Kirk wants to keep cameras out of the courtroom. Attorneys for Tyler Robinson argue it could violate his right to a fair trial. Robinson's defense is also requesting a 4-month delay on a preliminary hearing set for next month, saying they need time to go through evidence. Supreme Court Justice Clarence Thomas calling progressivism a threat to America. The conservative justice issuing the warning during a rare televised speech. He's urging a return to America's, quote, founding values. Michigan is facing a flooding crisis, a mix of melting snow and heavy rain pushing rivers to dangerous levels. Officials are monitoring the Sheboygan Dam, which could fail. Some residents have already been evacuated. Parts of the state are under a flood warning through the weekend.
Stop! Stop running!
And it's not the Wild West, but the Upper West Side. Take a look. A police chase in New York City with an officer on horseback galloping through the streets, chasing down a purse snatcher. That suspect was ultimately arrested. In Washington, I'm Bill Malugin. Have a great night.
Oh, Lord. Oh. I'm sorry, everyone. Okay, here we go with the soldiers that gave the ultimate sacrifice for us.
And memories, photographs and the rosary. She hangs her head as the choir sings, and she cries, and she cries, and she cries, and she cries. 'Cause her family was waiting at home and was praying for him to survive. That folded flag that she now owns, she holds it close tonight. Shots ring out, another angel cries. Open up the gates when he arrives. As he fell to the ground, there was no fear in his eyes. They'll bury him before they bury his bride.
Yeah, this is for my people that are
overseas. Alrighty. Rest in peace, American heroes. Thank you for your service. Now for the loves that has been stolen by the illegal immigrants.
Tell me, what does it look like in heaven? Is it peaceful? Is it free like they say? Does the sun shine bright forever? Have your fears and your pain gone away? Yeah, 'cause here on earth it feels like everything good is missing since you left. And here on earth everything's different. There's an emptiness 'cause here on earth it feels like everything good is missing since you left. And here on earth everything's different. There's an emptiness. Oh, I hope you'll dancing in the sky, and I hope you're singing in the angels' choir, and I hope the angels know what they have. I'll bet it's so nice up in heaven since you've arrived. I hope you're dancing in the sky, and I hope you're singing in the angels' choir, and I hope the angels know what they have. I'll bet it's so nice up in heaven since you've arrived, since you've arrived.
Rest in peace, angels. None of y'all are forgotten. And we're praying that God wraps his arms around your families. All right. See, Gator Girl, even the toddler has mess ups. So I better never hear you say, gosh, when if you ever have a mess up, because everybody does. And I'm always do the biggest mess ups. But see, I got a good family. They love me anyway. Oh. No, you don't, Gator Girl. You're good. I learned from you. I didn't know nothing. You taught me the ropes. Alrighty. Okay, let's get ready for trivia. Now, I think I got everything done. That's right, Darlene. She don't. Because if she always messed up, then that means she messed up with me then. And I don't consider myself a mess up. I'm a screw up sometimes, but not a mess up. I screw things up quite a bit. Yeah, you can teach her. You taught me. Alrighty, let's get this trivia going so we can finish this one and start on 2 Samuel tomorrow with a video and trivia. So let's get this one under our belt. We'll have another book under our belt. Share. Click. There we go. Let me make that full screen. Go over here. Click on this. Oh man, I forgot. It moved. There. See, I talk to myself when I'm doing something. You're starting. You read both first and second? Way to go, Gator Girl. Yeah, let me see. I got my list here. Yeah, 1st and 2nd Kings is next. See, I printed off my list that I posted so I can use a highlighter and mark off each one I do so I don't mess up and repeat. Sad I have to do such. But it's the truth. It works. All right. Let's see right here. Let me go back to the quiz and start. Everybody ready? Yeah, we're going to get every book. Then after the old, we're going to the new. Well, I can't remember which book we've done and which we haven't, so I printed them off in alphabetical order, and I can use the highlighter and just mark through the ones that we done. All right, here we go. We will start on 11. Yep, that's what I got wrote down. 11.
On a new cart pulled by 2 cows. This series of events in 1 Samuel chapters 5 to 6 demonstrates the power associated with the ark and its role as a divine symbol for Israel.
Having storms, tornado
Question 11.
watches.
Who was David's closest friend?
So I'm sorry. Y'all stuck with
A.
me.
Joab. B. Abishai. C. Jonathan. D. Ahithophel. You get 10 seconds.
Now, who was David's closest friend? Let's see. Oh, Gator Girl coming in hot with a C. SL20 with a C. Hey, SL20, good to see ya. Susan coming in hot with a C. Whoa, let me see. Let me get back over here to YouTube. Gator Girl with a C. Darlene with a C. Priscilla with a C. Tracy with a C. And the answer. Hey, Priscilla. Good to see ya. Love ya. Hold on. Oh, you made it.
Yep.
Welcome. Now you got Rumble.
And I heard you already answered Rumble. So.
Oh, I thought Jay Keeps was in too. Okay, no. The answer.
I said no. Go ahead.
Okay. The answer is.
I said no. Go ahead.
C.
That's
Yay.
C. Jonathan. Their friendship is one of the most celebrated in the Bible for its depth and loyalty, despite the political and family tensions between David and Saul. Jonathan's support for David, even at great personal risk, is highlighted in 1 Samuel, chapters 18 to 20, where Jonathan helps David escape from Saul's murderous intentions. Question 12. Who was David's first wife? A. Esther. B. Michal. C. Abigail. D. Bathsheba. You get 10 seconds.
We had this one before.
I was going to say it sounds familiar.
Yeah. I don't know where we've had it from because this is just the 1 Samuel, but we've had this one before. Gator Girl coming in with an A. Gator Girl? No, she said B. Oops. I'm sorry, y'all. Okay. I'm better. Gator Girl with a B. Darlene with a B. Tracy with a B. And I'm tagging along with a B.
Oh, is that everybody on your side?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm with a B. Susan K with a B. And SL20 with a B. Priscilla with a D.
Go. Oh, Priscilla coming in with a D. Okay, the answer is woo.
That's B, Michal. Michal loved David, and their marriage was initially marked by her helping him escape from her father, Saul's plan to kill him. However, their relationship later experienced strains, particularly after David became king and Michal disapproved of his public dancing before the Ark of the Covenant. 1 Samuel, chapter 18, verses 20 to 28. Question 13. Who was Israel's first king? A. Saul. B. David. C. Samuel. D. Solomon. You get 10 seconds.
Oh, I better stop it. I'm plumb out of whack today. I think I know why. Gator Girl coming in hot with an A. Darlene with an A. Tracy with an A. Priscilla with an A. And I'm tagging along with an A.
SL20 with an A. Susan with an A. And I have an A. So everyone's A.
A's across the board.
That's A. Saul. He was anointed by the prophet Samuel to lead and unite the tribes of Israel against various enemies, including the Philistines.
Way to go,
Saul's
everyone.
reign, while initially successful, eventually saw a decline due to his disobedience to God's commands and his troubled relationship with David, who was chosen by God to be his successor. 1 Samuel chapter 31. Question 14. From which tribe was King Saul? A. Levi. B. Judah. C. Simeon. D. Benjamin. You get 10 seconds.
Okay, babe, I'm gonna let y'all go first this time.
And I should know this stuff, but I don't.
No.
Yeah, fine. I'll be wrong. I'm gonna go with. I think I know this. But I'm gonna go with the SL20 is guessing with a C, but SL20 is guessing with a C. I was gonna go with B. Oh no. I don't remember. I didn't read today. I didn't listen. I should have listened.
You kind of was busy with the weather.
Yeah.
So
No excuse. I'll go with SL20. I'll guess with a C.
Okay. What about Susan?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Susan? She's going to join us. We're going to stick together as a team.
Okay. Well, over here on YouTube, we got Gator Girl coming in hot with a D.
Yeah, I thought of that, but yep. Okay, good. Yay. Keep going.
And let me see. Darlene with a D. Tracy with a D.
Yeah,
Christopher with a D.
guessed poorly.
And I'm telling with a D. Priscilla
Okay.
with a D. The answer is
That's D, Benjamin. He was the first king of Israel, chosen by
Hey,
God
baby
and
brother,
anointed by the
good to
prophet
see ya.
Samuel. Saul's tribal affiliation to Benjamin is noted as a significant aspect of his background, providing a link to his humble beginnings and the unexpected rise to royalty, as outlined in 1 Samuel chapter 9, verses 1 to 2. Question 15. How did King Saul die? A. Sick. B. Old age. C. Suicide. D. Murdered. You get 10 seconds.
That's a trick question.
You get our love and appreciation.
I'm gonna go with, it's so stupid. I'm gonna be wrong on this one. I'm gonna go with Susan on this and go with D. So Susan with the D, SL20 with a C, and I'm taking D because I keep thinking he was injured and asked.
OSL. OSL. Think about it.
He did. He changed.
It's not good to go with a girl.
Uh-oh. You better stay with where you're at then. Yeah, don't do the peer pressure. But see, this is where I'm done.
No,
I'm
explain.
gonna go back to weather
What you
watching.
saying?
Nothing. I was
Whatever.
saying that he
Fine.
was injured and didn't want to be caught. I thought he asked somebody to kill him because he couldn't do it himself. But go ahead.
Okay, we got Gator Girl coming in hot with a C. Darlene with a C. Christopher with a C. Priscilla with a D. And Tracy says C or D.
Right.
So, I'm going with C.
Of course you are.
I love you, Bitbot. Gator Girl says, "Oh."
All right, now I get to see the scripture. Let's
That's
go.
C, suicide. After being critically wounded by the Philistines, he took his own life to avoid capture. This event is described in 1 Samuel chapter 31, verses 3 to 5, marking a tragic end to his troubled reign, characterized by his ongoing conflicts with the Philistines
See,
and
I
his
thought he asked one of his own
deteriorating
guys to
mental
take him
state.
out. I got to reread that.
Question 16. Who was the son of King Saul? A. Levi.
I might know this one.
B. David. C. Samuel. D. Jonathan. You get 10
This one
seconds.
is D.
Yay!
Did I lose you? Are you there?
No, I'm here. I'm waiting on
Okay.
you to remember
Oh, you want me to read
this time.
first? Yeah, okay, great. SL20 with a D. I picked D, and Susan has D. Again, we've done the D thing.
Gator Girl with a D. Tracy with a D. Darlene with a D. Priscilla with a D. And Christopher with a D. And the answer is... Well, you always say I give the answer, so I was letting y'all have a shot at it first. I'm just being polite.
That's D, Jonathan. Jonathan's character is depicted as noble and brave, often in contrast to his father's actions. His loyalty to David over his dynastic ambitions exemplifies his integrity and plays a significant role in the biblical narrative, particularly highlighted in 1 Samuel, chapters 18 to 20. Question 17. Who murdered 85 priests of the Lord? A. Saul, B. Doeg, C. Ahaz, D. Jezebel. You get 10 seconds.
I have no clue.
You want me to go ahead? Well, nobody on this side's answered yet. It sounds like sit, boo boo, sit.
Right? Okay. So it is B.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's how I associate things.
Well, yeah.
Huh?
Go ahead. Nothing. I was going to say when he was reading off the names, it sounded familiar.
Oh.
Well, again, what I get
good.
for not reading. So I will go with.
Yeah, but it sounds familiar to you. That's a good thing. You haven't.
Right.
We haven't totally lost it. Okay. Gator Girl coming in with a B. Christopher with a B. Darlene with a B. And Tracy with a B.
You guys are going to stick with those? Before I read them off. Okay. Oh, Susan's a B question mark. All right.
Priscilla's
I'm going with
question marks.
SL20. You get a chance. We're all learning. You didn't get a chance to see the study guide. I'm going to send you a link to the study guide so you can see those if you want to ever see those. So SL20, we'll throw him on board with B also. So Susan with a B. I picked B. SL20 is going to go with us because he didn't get a chance to see the study guide. I'm sending you the study guide. You'll see it in a minute. Go ahead.
SL20, you just don't know how bad we was, but we've been doing the study guides and been playing the trivia, and we've gotten a little wiser. I did not get, wasn't it, Bit Bite? The first time we played them, I didn't get hardly 2 answers right out of all of them.
Nope. In between the study guide and actually trying to read some of it, you're doing great. Serious.
I'm not reading it. I'm listening.
Oh, that's right.
Okay. Here we go.
That's B, Doeg. This violent act occurred after Doeg informed Saul that Ahimelech the priest had helped David by providing food and the sword of Goliath. The massacre is detailed in 1 Samuel chapter 22, verses 18 to 19, illustrating the extreme measures Saul took against David, thereby emphasizing the violent nature of Saul's rule. Question 18. Who heard bad news, then fell from his chair and died? A. Eli. B. Saul. C. Miriam. D. Jephthah. You get 10 seconds.
You want me to go?
You certainly can.
Oh, get a
So I can
girl with an A. Darlene with an A. Not Party Bonza. Christopher with an A. Tracy with an A. Priscilla, my sister, with an A.
Yeah. I'm going to go with an A. Thank you. Because I'm looking at the names and that's what I was going to probably guess.
Ela.
SL20, you certainly can because I'm doing the same thing tonight. I'm going to go first. Susan with an A, SL20 with an A. So we're going A.
Just remember tomorrow night will be 2 Samuel.
I have time to read. Yep.
Party Bonza with a D.
That's A. Eli. Eli the priest died after hearing the news that the Ark of the Covenant had been captured by the Philistines,
Hey, Party Bonza,
and
good
that
to
his
see
sons
ya.
had been killed in battle. Upon hearing this, Eli fell backward from his chair, broke his neck, and died. His death is described in 1 Samuel chapter 4, verses 17 to 18, marking a significant and tragic turning point for Israel during the time of the judges. Question 19. What were the names of Eli the priest's 2 sons?
Oh, no.
A. Nadab and Abihu.
They just gave it. No, they didn't.
B. Samuel and Saul. C. Ephraim and Hophni. D. Hophni and Phinehas. You get 10 seconds.
Let's see who gets this one right.
That's fine.
Oh,
I'm throwing it.
Look at Gator Girl.
Wow. That's not what I was going to go with. But obviously that's going to be the answer.
Okay. Gator Girl with a D. Party Bonza coming in hot with a D. Christopher with a D. Darlene with a D.
Oh,
Priscilla with a D. And Tracy with a D.
Well, after hearing it, I can't. Susan with a D. I'm going with the peer pressure train. I'm going to go with D. And SL20, when she says something very cheerful like that, normally that's going to be what the answer is going to be. So you're welcome to join us.
Party Bonza, it's okay.
So I'm a D. Susan's a D. SL20 was a B, question mark.
Alrighty. Here we go.
That's D, Hophni and Phinehas. The Bible describes them as corrupt priests who abused their positions and sinned against God's offerings. Their misdeeds and God's subsequent judgment against them are important themes in 1 Samuel chapter 2, verses 12 to 34. Their deaths in battle marked the fulfillment of a sacred prophecy against the house of Eli, which also involved the loss of the ark to the Philistines. Question 20. What was the name of Abigail's first husband? A. Saul. B. Nabal. C. David. D. Shimei. You get 10 seconds.
CSL, we don't look at it like worry about that much about getting it wrong. I really don't. If I don't have
No,
have a clue, because at least they
we're
give us the answer at
learning.
the end. And yes, I've done plenty of learning here. Like this is a learning experience right here. And the name that sticks in my head is B. So I'm going to go with B. I don't know why. It's probably wrong, but I'm going to go with it anyway.
You're good. You're good. You're good, but it looks like my side over here, some of them ain't good. We got Christopher with a C, Priscilla with a C, Gator Girl with a B, Party Bonza with an A, Darlene with a B, and Tracy with a B.
All right, I'm with a B. SL20's with a C. And Susan's with a B.
Okay. The answer is.
Oh, SL with a B.
Oh,
go ahead.
B. Okay.
That's B, Nabal. Nabal, a wealthy yet ill-tempered and rude man from the tribe of Caleb, is prominently featured in 1 Samuel chapter 25. His reckless and offensive actions nearly brought calamity upon his entire household during a critical encounter with David. Following Nabal's abrupt death, which occurred after his refusal to assist David, his widow, Abigail, married David. Question 21. Which false god fell face down before the Ark of the Covenant? A. Baal. B. Molech. C. Dagon. D. Ashtoreth. You get 10 seconds.
Yeah. Dadgum. Can't.
How many more hints are you going to throw out there, right? Fine, I'm going with C.
Gator Girls with a C. Darlene coming in hot with a C. Party Bonza with a B. And Tracy with a C.
SL with a C. I'm picking C. Susan with a C.
The answer is.
That's C. Dagon. Every morning they found Dagon on the ground, and on the second day, Dagon's statue was more damaged, its head and arms broken. This incident vividly demonstrates the superiority of the God of Israel over the gods of the Philistines, demonstrating the divine power associated with the Ark of the Covenant. 1 Samuel chapter 5, verses 1 to 5. Question 22. Whose robe was partially cut off in a cave?
Oh, I know one.
A. Saul. B. Peter.
Woo!
C. Nathan. D. Samuel. You get
You really know him. It's just not hit it is not coming to your memory, your mind. But you know them. After you read the answers, it hits you. So you know them. They're just stuck in there. Like things get stuck in my head and won't come out.
I'm with an A. SL20's with an A. And Susan's with an A.
Okay. Over here, we got Gator Girl with an A. Darlene with an A. Chris with an A. Tracy coming in hot with an A. And Party Bunza with an A. A's across the board. Here we go.
10 seconds. That's A. Saul.
Wee.
David secretly
go,
cut
everyone.
off a corner of Saul's robe while Saul was inside a cave relieving himself. This occurred when David had an opportunity to kill Saul, but chose instead to show mercy and prove his loyalty by sparing Saul's life. This act of restraint is recounted in 1 Samuel chapter 24, verses 1 to 7, demonstrating David's respect for Saul as the anointed king of Israel. Question 23. What is the name of the cave where David hid from Saul? A. Gihon. B. Etham. C. Machpelah. D. Adullam. You get 10 seconds.
Okay.
No, you don't have. I'm just trying to. I should listen to pronunciations a little better. Yeah. Again, my guess. Let me live with my guess. I'm going to go with D. I'm taking a D. Don't follow me, people. I listened to some of this last night when I was sleeping, so maybe I did pick something up. Who knows?
We got Party Bonza with an A. Gator Girl with a D. Chris with a C. Darlene with a D. And Tracy coming in hot with a D. And I'm picking D.
Okay, I had D. SL20 with a B. And Susan with a D.
Okay, the answer is boom. Priscilla with a D.
That's D. Adullam. The cave where David hid from Saul and had the encounter of cutting Saul's robe is called the Cave of Adullam. This location became a significant refuge for David, as described in 1 Samuel chapter 22, verse 1, where he gathered his followers and continued to evade Saul's attempts to capture him. Question 24. Whose mother sews a little cloak for him every year? A. Jesus. B. David. C. Samuel. D. Benjamin. You get 10 seconds.
Oh, no. All right. Again, another guess, but I'm going to go with C.
Yes.
Something in there rings a bell.
Okay. Oh, you're waiting on me? Gator Girl
I'm
with a
sorry.
C.
I'm still waiting answers over here. Yep.
Okay. Gator Girl with a C. Priscilla with a C. Tracy with a C. Darlene with a C. And baby brother coming in hot with a C.
I picked a C, SL20 with C, and Susan with a C.
Alrighty. I reckon let's see if C's the answer.
That's C, Samuel.
Woo!
Hannah, the mother of Samuel, made him a little robe each year and brought it to him at the temple in Shiloh where he served under Eli the priest. This loving gesture is described in 1 Samuel chapter 2, verse 19, reflecting Hannah's continued care and devotion to Samuel even after dedicating him to the Lord's service.
2 Samuel little video,
Question
so
25.
SL will see
Whose
what
weapons
it's
were
like.
taken away while he was sleeping? A. Saul.
Because this is the last question.
B. Gideon. C. Samson. D. Jephthah. You get 10 seconds.
Let's see. Last question. Ooh, Gator Girl. Okay. Gator Girl coming in hot with an A. Christopher with a D. Darlene with an A. Party Bunza with a C. Tracy with an A. And me with a little old A.
I picked an A, Susan with an A, and SL20 with an A.
And the answer is boom. Chocolate.
That's A. Saul. While King Saul slept in the camp, David and Abishai entered the camp at night and took away Saul's spear and water jug that were beside his head. This bold act is recounted in 1 Samuel chapter 26, verse 12, demonstrating David's continued ability to approach Saul without harming him, further proving his loyalty and the principle of not harming the Lord's anointed. Wow, what a thrilling expedition through the book of 1 Samuel.
It was not bad, actually.
How did you do?
No, we done
Whether you
pretty
mastered every question or encountered...
Alrighty. I'm going to, you know how if you can't hear the video, just mute the mic. Try it this time. We're gonna think I'm gonna play the Samuel 2, 2 Samuel, and then tomorrow I'll play it again because some people don't come in early, so they'll get to hear it tonight since we got time.
SL20, the video that we're going to play is the video that to the link that I shared with you on the Old and New Testament books. It gives you a quick description of what the book's about. We always watch them before we do the quizzes, but she's going to run it here and you can watch it again later if you want. So go ahead.
Okay. Let me grab it. First Samuel, here's 2 Samuel.
The book of 2 Samuel. Check
There
out
we
the
go.
video on 1 Samuel where we were introduced to the book's three main characters, Samuel, Saul, and David, and then also to the book's literary design, which first introduced Samuel and then traced the rise and fall of King Saul in contrast to the rise of King David. 2 Samuel tells the story of David as Israel's king, and in two movements. There's a season of success and of blessing, followed by a huge moral failure and then its sad consequences. And then the book ends with this well-crafted conclusion that reflects back on the good and the bad in David's life, generating hope for a future king to come from his line. So 2 Samuel picks up after Saul's death, and David surprises everyone by composing this long poem where he laments the death of the very man who tried to murder him. And so once again, the author, he's presenting David's humility and compassion. He's a man who grieves the death even of his own enemies. After this, David experiences a season of success and God's blessing. All of the Israelite tribes, they come to David and then they ask him to unify all the tribes as their king. And so the first thing David does as king is to go to the city of Jerusalem. He conquers it, and he establishes it as Israel's capital city, which he renames as Zion. And from there, David goes on and he wins many battles and expands Israel's territory. Now, after making Jerusalem the political capital of Israel, he wants to make it their religious capital as well. And so he has the Ark of the Covenant moved into the city. And then in 2 Samuel 7, he tells God, now that Israel has a permanent home, he thinks that God's presence should also get a permanent house. So he asks if he can build a temple for the God of Israel. But God says to David, thank you for that thought, but actually I'm going to build you a house, a dynasty. Now, 2 Samuel 7, this is a key chapter for understanding the storyline of the whole Bible, because God here makes a promise to David that from his royal line will come a future king who's going to build God's temple here on earth and set up an eternal kingdom. And it's this messianic promise to David that gets picked up and developed more in the book of Psalms and also in the books of the prophets. And it's this king that gets connected to God's promise to Abraham. The future messianic kingdom will be how God brings his blessing to all of the nations. And it's right here, in the midst of all this divine blessing, that things go horribly wrong. David makes a fatal mistake. Not fatal for him, but for a man named Uriah, one of David's prize soldiers. So from his rooftop, David sees Uriah's wife, Bathsheba, bathing. David finds her, he sleeps with her, gets her pregnant, and then he tries to cover the whole thing up by having Uriah assassinated and then marrying her. It's just horrible. So when David's confronted by the prophet Nathan about all of this, he immediately owns up to what he's done. He's broken, he repents, he asks God to forgive him, and God does forgive him, but God doesn't erase the consequences of David's decisions. And so as a result of this horrible choice, David's family, his kingdom, it all falls apart. And it makes this section a tragic story, much like Saul's downfall. So David's sons end up repeating his own mistakes, but in even more tragic ways. So Amnon sexually abuses his sister Tamar, and then their brother Absalom finds out about all of this and has Amnon assassinated. And then Absalom goes and he hatches the secret plan to oust his father David from power, and he launches this full-scale rebellion. And so for a second time, David is forced to flee from his own home and go hide in the wilderness, except this time he is not an innocent man. The rebellion ends when David's son is murdered, when it breaks David's heart. And so once again, he laments over the very man who tried to kill him. David's last days find him back on his throne, but as a broken man, he's wounded by the sad consequences of his sin. The book concludes with a well-crafted epilogue, with stories that are out of chronological order, but they have this really cool symmetrical literary design. So the outer pair of stories come from earlier in David's reign, and they compare the failures of Saul and then of David, and how each of them hurt other people through their bad decisions. The next inner pair of stories are about David and his band of mighty men who went about fighting the Philistines. And what's interesting is that both sections have a story of David's weakness in battle. So in contrast to the victorious David of chapters 1 through 9, here we see a vulnerable David who's dependent on others for help. The center of the epilogue has two poems that act like memoirs, and David reflects back on his life, and he remembers times when God graciously rescued him from danger. And he sees these as moments where God was faithful to his covenant promise to him and to his family. Both poems conclude by looking back onto the hope of God's promise of a future king who will build that eternal kingdom. Now, these poems and then God's promise also connect back to Hannah's poem that opened the book. And so these key passages from the beginning, now the middle, and the end of the book bring the book's themes all together. Despite Saul and David's evil, God remained at work, moving forward his redemptive purposes. And God opposed David and Saul's arrogance, but he exalted David when he humbled himself. And so the future hope of this book reaches far beyond David himself. It looks to the future, to the Messianic king who will one day bring God's kingdom and blessing to all of the nations. And that's what the book of Samuel is all about.
You're muted, Tina.
So, what
You're good now. What?
nothing. that was poor Dave. I felt bad for David, but then he I don't know. In the beginning, I liked David, but David went bad. But then he went good. Then he went bad again. So, oh no, that's with all of us. We all make mistakes, but God forgives us. We just have to ask Him for forgiveness and start all over again. One day at a time.
Yep. All right, we're at the top of the hour.
Yep.
So I will go ahead and.
Okay.
I was just going to say I was going to get off so you can say goodnight, but go ahead.
No, I was going to say okay.
All right. Well, good night.
Okay, good night. Love you.
Love you too.
Okay, now, y'all's homework is, because that little study guide just give you a glimpse of it. Y'all gonna have to go in and look a little harder, because the trivia tomorrow is on 2 Samuel. And remember, tomorrow I will be live because Gator Girl's taking my place tomorrow night. I mean, Sunday night, because I'll be taking my little baby girl to Brandon Lake concert. So I won't be on Sunday, but I will be on tomorrow. And everybody better be good, because if Gator Girl gives me names, I'm going to throw a little toddler fit. But I love each and every one of y'all, and I will see y'all tomorrow night. And keep everyone that we mentioned earlier in your prayers. And everyone that's getting these bad storms, keep them in your prayers. And all of our chat family. And I know you're not a snitch, Gator Girl, but I got my eyes. Somebody will tell me. But keep all our chat family in your prayers, and Tina B, keep her in your prayers, and Christopher and Tracy and Darlene and Gator Girl. All of our family members, and the ones that isn't here tonight, keep them in your prayers. And like I say, if God places somebody on your heart and your mind, stop, listen, because God knows. There's always a reason. We may not know the reason, but God does. And As long as God knows there's a need, that's all that matters. So stop and pray. And I love each and every one of y'all. And I will see y'all tomorrow night.
Every step I take, every stride I make, I look around, sometimes I feel alone. Think about this life I live, only so much time to give. I'm on the run into the unknown. The line I'm walking's a straight one, outside I say it ain't fun. I'm not here to impress anyone. Chasing dreams ain't always what it seems. We only get one life, sometimes it's hard to see. Making a difference might be my deliverance. When it comes to freedom, yeah, that's where I find it. The hard path in life can be a lonely one. Not too many walk this road I'm on. This road I'm on. Head down since I left town, sorry for the letdown. Don't know the next time that I'll be around. When I ask myself why I do what I do, there's a couple reasons, yeah, I can count a few. All the ones that are proud of me, all the ones that doubted me. Thanks for watching my dreams become reality. Chasing dreams ain't always what it seems. We only get one life, sometimes it's hard to see. Making a difference might be my deliverance. When it comes to freedom, yeah, that's where I find it. The hard path in life can be a lonely one. Not too many walk this road I'm on. This road I'm on. Chasing dreams ain't always what it seems. We only get one life, sometimes it's hard to see. Making a difference might be my deliverance. When it comes to freedom, yeah, that's where I find it. The hard path in life can be a lonely one. Not too many walk this road I'm on. This road I'm on. This road I'm on.